Hi everyone, and welcome to day 4 of the challenge. Now, firstly, very, very quickly, congratulations for making it this far. Well done for diving in, for watching the emails, for watching the videos, and hopefully for taking action on this. And those of you who've been posting in dream catchers, massive well done. It's really worth just taking just a minute or 2 minutes to do a quick post in terms of upping the accountability for yourself, making yourself that promise, making that commitment, and really moving forwards. So if you haven't done it yet for the last few days, please go back and just spend a minute maybe doing a bit of an overview of how days 1, 2 and 3 have gone for you, or one thing that you've taken from the challenge so far. So today we're looking at what your offer is and recognizing the true value of that. So we're going to have to just break this down, because there's some of you who are coaches and have services that you offer, but I also recognize that there's some of you on this training who have products that you offer. So I'm going to talk about both in turn. But it's obviously really important that you know exactly what your offer is. Not only that you know it, but you feel really comfortable around it, that it feels aligned, it's in alignment with your values and your vision and this business that you want to create. You need to know that this offer, your core offer, is really addressing the problem that your ideal clients have, that problem that they wake up with at 4 o'clock in the morning when they can't sleep and they're panicking about never having enough time, or not having enough money, or not feeling confident, or this occasion they've got to go to in a few days where they've got to do X, Y, and Z, and they're never going to be ready because of whatever it might be. So firstly, this obviously links and relates back to the other day's challenge, where you had to firstly address who your ideal client really is and the problem that they're stuck with, the problem that wakes them up in the middle of the night that you can solve. So you need to be clear on that. If you're not, please go back and do a little bit of work around that, because otherwise this is going to feel quite tricky. If you have got that sorted, the next question is simply, well, what is your offer? What is the offer that you really want to lead with? What is your core offer that feels really aligned, that feels really exciting, that you know is the answer to your ideal client's problems? Okay, so obviously there's the technical bits. How long is it? How much do you charge? How do you speak about it? How do you run it? Is it something that's individual? Is it something that's group based? The truth is, there is no right or wrong answer to this. The right answer is what makes you feel excited, what makes you go, yes, like this is the offer that excites me, that I feel great about, that I can visualize my ideal client saying yes to and loving it. It really needs to connect with you, because if you don't feel excited about it, if you don't feel passionate and driven about it, then how on earth are other people going to? You need to feel it in your core, in your heart. It needs to be a hell yes for you, okay? And that's the number one thing. You don't run a program, a challenge, a course, or whatever it might be, unless it feels right for you. You don't go, well, I'm going to do an 8-week program because that's what so-and-so says you should do, or I'm going to start with one-to-one clients because that's what whatever coach said I need to do. No, like, forget all that. There are no rules around this. There is no like one golden rule book that must be followed. Yes, there are plenty of other experts out there who will tell you that you should be doing it a certain way, but the truth is, the right way is to do it in a way that feels aligned and good for you. So strip back the shoulds around this. How do you want this program to look? What do you want to be doing in it? How long is it? Who is it for? What problems do you solve? Is it a group thing? Is it a one-to-one thing? Is it a membership thing? Is it an ongoing thing? Is it got a certain time frame? The only rules that I would seriously consider following, just to totally go back on what I just said, is simply this. If you have a service-based business, don't fall into the trap of offering your services just by the session. Let me tell you why. You might think, oh, but it means it's more easy for people to say yes, because they just have to say yes once, and then when they're ready next month they can say yes again. But the truth is, people don't make that same commitment. So firstly, people don't make that same commitment when it's not something that's ongoing. They might think in their mind at the time, yes, I'm going to continue doing this, but then life gets busy and they fall off track and they forget about it. It gets pushed to the side, and it's then months and months before they say yes again and come back. Is that getting them the results that they want? No, right? So that's firstly, no. The second thing is, can you really get someone the results they want in one session? And that's it. They never need to see you again. If you can, then absolutely do it one session. But I will guarantee that nearly every coaching, PT, whatever business it might be, if it's service-based, you're going to need to do it more than once, because you're going to have to create the change, and then you need to make sure that that change is happening long term, that someone doesn't have that change and then they go back and they fall back into their normal routines or habits or rituals or whatever it might be. So really think about, when you're deciding how long to make the program or how much support to give within your program or your offer, really think about, well, what do people really need? It's not necessarily about what they think that they need, it's about what you know they need. You're the expert here, you have experience, this is your thing that you're sharing with the world and your way of helping people. So step up as the expert, own it, and decide, what do you truly believe people need in order to solve this problem for good, so that they can thank God that they found you, that you've helped them, that they said yes to you because you transformed their lives because of this offer that you put forward for them. So really make sure it connects and it feels good for you. That's the first thing I want to say. Now, if you're a network marketer or you've got a product, clearly if you're a network marketer, you've got two things. You've got the business opportunity that you'll share with people, and you've got products. So just be really clear with which one you lead with, because you can't lead with both at the same time. Your network marketing company probably tell you which one, but make sure it feels right and aligned for you. So firstly, be really clear on that. And secondly, if it's products that you sell, know which product you lead with. Which is your number one product? Or is it a group of products? Is it a nutrition group of products or a nutrition program? Is it a certain few pieces of jewelry that can really transform a person's look? Is it skincare and a skincare pack by which, if they use it all together, they absolutely get the best results? So this isn't about just going forward with one thing. This is really about, even when it comes to products, thinking about what is a problem that my ideal client has and how do I solve it with this offer. Okay, and I want you to be really clear on that. So let's jump forward slightly to what I call a product pyramid. And you might well have heard other people talk about this in the past, because if you've already got one offer in place and it's really clear and you're really happy with it, what you might want to start considering is a product pyramid. And what that simply means is that you have offers at different levels so that you can help your ideal clients depending on where they're at financially. So you'll have some clients who come to you who want the best, right? They'll go, yes, I want the top offer, I want your help, I want all the help, I want you with me, I want you holding my hand, and I want you to really ensure that I get to this place because it means so much to me. So you'll have those people who are like, hell yes, I really want this, give me the top offer, give me the VIP treatment. You're going to have people in the middle who want you one-to-one still, but maybe can't quite go to the VIP. So maybe they have to have less of you, or maybe some of it's group-based or whatever it might be. So you need your middle of the road offer, because if that's all they can afford right now, then it's better than nothing, right? You're still going to be able to help them. You're still going to be able to transform their lives in some way. And then you have a bottom offer that's really affordable, that people can say yes to easily, whereby maybe they can't afford you one-to-one right now. Maybe they just don't have the finances to say yes, but you can feel good because you can still help people where they're at by giving them group training or a membership or something that's time efficient on your side, so that it doesn't take up all your time. But if they implement it, if they take action on it, it will still really move them forward. Like this challenge, right? If you take action on this challenge, if you do the work, if you implement it, even though it's free, it's going to move you forward. So have a little think. Have you got a product pyramid in place? Is it clear? Is it concise? Does it feel good? Is it aligned? Do you feel excited about all of those offers in there? And this brings me to the value, right? Because so often people think, oh, well, it's only X amount of my time. And you might compare it. So I remember myself when I first started coaching, that's going back a long time now, when I was doing it in person rather than online. I was comparing what I was earning in my coaching to what I would have earned as a teacher. And I was like, well, on a teaching wage, I was probably on about £120 a day. So if I can make that in a day from clients, if I'm charging like way back then, like £50 or $50 as it was for a client, then I know if I have 3 clients in a day, then that's making the kind of money that I did. It doesn't work like that, though. You'll know if you've been in this game for a while that it's just not that simple. because what you give them is so much more than time. It's all the time, it's all the investment that you've made into your business. How much money have you invested into your learning? I know that by now I've probably invested about £50,000 into my learning and my development as a coach. So that's worth something in itself, not just the money, but all the time, not just the time, but all the work that I've done with clients in the past that has got me to where I am today. And not just that, but also the fact that by saying yes to that program, you can literally transform their lives moving forward. Because it might just be that they've not believed in themselves, that they've had no confidence, that maybe they're desperate to be in a relationship, but they can't go on a date because it feels too scary. And you help them build that confidence, build that self-belief, so that they get out there and start dating again, so they do find their ideal partner, and it transforms their life moving forward, compared to this person who might have been on their own for a long time, or possibly the rest of their lives, because it happens, right? So do not underestimate the difference that your coaching can make. Take for someone, for example, who wants to start their own business. Maybe they've been doing it, but maybe it's not working. Maybe clients aren't saying yes. Maybe it just feels like it's not moving forward, and they've got to that space where they're filled with frustration and self-doubt. Maybe they're starting to think, I'm going to have to go get a job. And it feels really uncomfortable, and they're waking up every single morning panicking with anxiety in their stomach. Well, if you can work with them, if you can show them how to start building a business, if you can get all those jigsaw pieces in place, if you can at the same time build the self-belief, the mindset, their confidence around doing this, so that they do get there, so that they create this business. It's not just the money that they make in that business this month, next month, 6 months from now. It's the life that they live, their whole life moving forward, because they said yes to your program and it transformed their life in some way. So please do not think, oh, well, this program or this coaching or this product is only worth £30, £50, £100, £1,000, £2,000, right? Look at the big picture and really tap into that value, because you'll have heard me talk on this around getting comfortable with selling. Well, let me tell you the number one secret, okay? The number one secret to selling, and selling in a way that feels really good, really aligned, really comfortable, is that you know the value that you give people when they say yes to you. You know in your heart, in your soul, that this can transform your ideal client in whatever way it does. That you know your gift is life-changing. And don't underestimate that. I remember as a teenager with acne, who felt really no confidence because my skin was really bad, and I would dread getting up in the morning and trying to put makeup on to cover it, right? That was hard. When I discovered skincare that helped me change my skin so that I took control back over my skin, and I felt like it wasn't in the mess that it had been, that transformed my life, because I stopped feeling so stressed and down on myself, and my confidence grew, and I started believing in myself. And so whatever your gift is, whatever the offer is that you have, don't underestimate the power of it, because that's the problem. When selling feels icky, it's because you're not seeing the value of what you offer. Tap into that value, see the bigger picture, realize that you transform lives with your services, with your product, with your offers. You can transform your ideal client's life, and that is invaluable. Okay, go take 2 minutes. Go take 2 minutes, go post in dream catchers. Tell me one thing you've taken from this training right now. And if you'd like to, feel free to share your notes around what products you have to offer, or what programs you have to offer. Share it with everyone. You can do a post, you could do a Facebook Live, whatever. But at least, at the very least, even if time is short, go and say one thing you've taken from day 4's training. I will see you tomorrow for day 5. Take care. Know your value, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.